Can Dak Prescott win the MVP?
He can, but he won't. And it has nothing at all to do with Dak Prescott. For the first time in this show's history this fall, 2021, I'm actually not going to condemn Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott can't win the MVP, nor will he win the MVP because everything going on around him. What do I mean by that?
Whoa.
Dak Prescott's going to suffer from the same thing Russell Wilson suffered from, which is his coach, his manager, his offensive coordinator, they want balance. It's not so much about Dak Prescott's ability or inability. It's that everybody on that Cowboys team got to eat, B. Everybody got to eat. Whereas other teams, everybody ain't got to eat. And you know me, I got to go eat at the big boy.
And you got to go eat?
So
let me see.
It's time for you
to see what them ankles looking like.
I can jog today, I can jog today because the suit's loose. I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight. You know, them chicken tenders in yesterday's game was good. Dak Prescott can't win the MVP. Dak Prescott won't win the MVP, but it's not at all Dak Prescott's fault, and it actually has nothing to do with Dak Prescott. We just have to dive deeper because y'all are owed depth of content on this show. So why won't Dak win it? Well, first off, let's look at the odds. Let's look at where Dak currently ranks amongst everybody. Kyler's currently the favorite, then Patrick Mahomes, then Josh Allen, then Tom Brady, then Dak. This in and of itself is not at all a big deal. Dak is just as talented and playing just as well as nearly every one of these quarterbacks. So what is the big deal?
Let's go.
Everybody gotta eat on the Cowboys. And that's not the same for every other roster. Let's look at who else these quarterbacks gotta feed. Because you got the quarterbacks, but what about the running game? Well, the Cardinals, their leading rusher, James Conner, we kind of know his name. I think that was that dude that played for the Steelers once upon a time. The Chiefs, they got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think he was a first-round pick, but he hasn't really been dominant. Devin Singletary, that's who the Bills have. I mean, he was starting to ascend. Leonard Fournette, oh, he was a dude once upon a time. Shows flashes, but the Cowboys got Zeke, and Zeke needs his touches. Roll the tape so we can see how Zeke got to eat. Can we please? Can we please? Can we please? Now, I just told you, Zeke, he has 64 rush attempts. Edwards-Helaire, he has 58. James Conner with Kyler Murray, he has 53. Singletary with Josh Allen, he has 49. Leonard Fournette, Tom Brady's leading rusher, only has 44. What does this mean? This means that while Dak is a baller, he can't ball in totality because Zeke got a ball too. We tell you on the show because we keep it real on this show. The biggest love language in the NFL is not physical touch. It's not acts of service. It's not gifts. It's not quality time. And it's definitely not words of affirmation. The only thing that affirms you in the NFL is that money, baby. And Zeke, he's making $15 million annually. Chiefs leading rusher, 2.7. Conner, Cardinals leading rusher, 1.7. Singletary not even making $1 million. Marcellus making more than that. And Leonard Fournette,
way more.
He only making 3.2. So what does that mean? While Dak has to ball to win the MVP, Dak can't nor will he fully ball because Zeke got to get his too. So no sell, Dak can't win the MVP and he won't win the MVP, but it has nothing to do with Dak. It actually has to do with the organizational structure of them Cowboys. It's going to be better for the Cowboys, but not as good for Dak.
Okay, come back over here.
Can I skip?
You broke that down. Can you skip? That's how you came to my seat last night.
I wish.
Skipping down the damn stairs. My dog. I heard a lot. Heard a lot of good stuff.
Did you like it this time?
I liked it. I liked it. As my teacher used to do in red pen, used to circle a couple statements you made. Let's just circle a couple and say, so who's going to win the MVP then? Okay, that's a red demerit. Let's say also you bring up Ezekiel Elliott in your summary. Here's the problem. Dak Prescott can, Dak Prescott will win the MVP. Now, right now, he's not the leader in the clubhouse. He is not the front runner to win the MVP. That would be Kyler Murray. But that's my point. Oh, Kyler Murray, as great as you are. Oh, Kyler Murray, you're not a falling star. But look near and look afar, because Kyler Murray, oh boy, there you are in the NFC West. And damn it, that NFC West going to be so gangster. It's going to be so much infighting. Look, it's going to be the Hood, Crips, and Bloods. And throw the essays in there, too. It's going to be a lot of issues in terms of those four teams going back and forth, not only affecting Kyler Murray's performance, and I still think he's going to ball out, but as you pointed out yesterday, it's going to affect Kyler Murray and the Cardinals in the win-loss column. A couple of losses for Kyler Murray's Cardinals will all of a sudden make us look at his performances different, correct? Versus the NFC least. and Dak Prescott, who's going to perform stellar as well. But he won't have to deal with the same rigors in his division. So those performances will be highlighted because the loss column won't be affected as it will be in the NFC West. I know you caught that point. It was a tremendous one. Let's talk about what they're going to face in their divisions. And let's talk about what they're going to face in their remaining schedules. You look at Dak Prescott, he's only going to face 2 more top 10 defenses going forward. Kyler Murray, 4 top 10 defenses going forward. That's an interesting point, Marcellus. I'm glad I got that reaction out of you, Acho. Why do I bring that up? Because that lets you know, he's going to go through a little more hell than Dak Prescott. But more so, he's going to go through also some offensive firepower in his division that Dak Prescott probably won't even have to counter in his division. So if you add up the course for Kyler Murray, more difficult. The defenses he's going to face, more difficult. And the fact that he's going to have to put up points himself, but that's going to take them out of their style of play. That's going to be an interesting dynamic. Dak Prescott will win the MVP, not only because he's going to continue to play at this level, and I think Kyler Murray will as well, but we're going to look at him differently when we see that win-loss column.
Big Dog's going to be a phenomenal show, not just because of this block, but, boy, because what we have coming next.
What you got?
But let's stay in the moment, right?
Let's
be
go.
where your feet are. Let me be here.
Yes.
Peak performance. I love when I get to use my degree. I didn't go back to college to actually learn anything to get my master's. I went back to get my master's, number one, because I'm Nigerian, and you better have a master's. I'll be honest with you. I'm telling on myself. Sorry, Mom and Dad. That's the only reason. Number 2, the NFL was paying for it. That was another reason.
Oh, hell yeah. That's number 1.
Number 3, I wanted to defeat the ideology of being a dumb jock. That's why I got my master's degree. So I don't often get to use it, but every now and then I get to, and you just led me to water, so I shall drink. We can look at Kyler Murray's opponents as why he won't win the MVP and Dak Prescott might. But let me educate everyone now for a moment on what peak performance is and what causes peak performance to arise. Peak performance arises when maximum level of difficulty meets maximum level of ability. That is when you see in life peak performance. If a high jumper meets his maximal height and he clears that height, he peaked. If a high jumper jumps over a height that's not his maximal height, he did well, but he did not peak. So seeing Kyler Murray go against top-tier defenses will actually potentially lend him to peak performance. It's what we saw on Sunday. You have to go against the Los Angeles Rams, have had the best defense last year and a top-flight defense this year. They have Aaron Donald. They have Jalen Ramsey. After Kyler Murray not only won but dominated that game, we look at him differently. Peak performance, when top level of challenge meets your maximal output and your maximal ability, that is when we see you at your best. So we might actually see Kyler Murray peak based upon the difficulties. Now, conversely, there's the other side of the coin. If the maximal challenge is too difficult for you, well, then that's when people choke and they fail. But I present to you that cell to say it might work in Murray's favor. Now, as for Dak, when Dak has historically played elite, the Cowboys have not collectively played well.
That's facts.
When the Cowboys have collectively been elite, 2016, 13-3, winning of the NFC East, Dak Prescott statistically has not been elite, not as far as gross yardage, gross numbers. This is the first time through a 4-game stretch we've seen the Cowboys both be great and Dak Prescott be great. However, I don't think anyone would currently say Dak Prescott has been elite. He's been great, but Patrick Mahomes leads in passing touchdowns with his 14. That would be elite. Dak Prescott does not lead currently in passing yardage. He doesn't currently lead in passing completions. That would be Tom Brady. That would be Derek Carr. Dak doesn't currently lead in passer rating. That would be Russell Wilson. So while Dak Prescott is currently playing great, and there is no knock on that at all, he is not currently playing at the most elite of elite levels because that is Patrick Mahomes, the leader in touchdowns, Tom Brady, the leader in completions, Russell Wilson, the leader in rating. Dak Prescott may own the leadership in completion percentage, I believe, but you know as well as I, completion percentage, it's easier to complete a 5-yard route than a 10-yard route.
I know that.
So with all of that being said, I think those are the limiting reactants to why it will be very hard, near impossible, if not impossible, for Dak to win MVP.
Interesting. Boy, you up here Just spilling beans. You know, that's the beauty of doing a show with someone every single day. I spend so many hours with you that I actually keep the receipts. Not even because I want to, just because I always am around you through the osmosis of this relationship. And I caught a couple of those receipts that I now want to return for a rebate or refund. First, we up here talking about Dak is not even top 10. Remember, about a week ago.
No, I said he was top 10.
You said he was top 10, but his numbers weren't.
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
And they weren't.
They were. And then it turned into, well, it wasn't top 5 because you saw him coming closer.
Correct. And they weren't.
And now you're saying he's not the leader.
Yes.
And he's not elite of elite. You youngsters out here saying words twice like it means something. I love you. No, just say love me, damn it. Shut up. All right. So now this youngster gonna come up here and say he ain't elite of elite, which means he's not leading. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the old Acho. I like the old Acho.
Hey,
I like the old Kanye, and I like the old Acho. And the old Acho is just a week ago. Let's talk about this dude. Let's talk about Dak Prescott, who's first. Peak performance. Tell me if you learned this in your master's class. He's on pace to have career highs in passing touchdowns, passing yards, completion percentage, and pass rating. Yes. That doesn't guarantee the MVP. They just give you a little hand clap and apple pie saying, good job, you had your best year.
Yes, sir.
He's 4th in passer rating. Uh-oh, is that top 5? Okay. He's 2nd in completion percentage. Uh-oh, is that top 5? And that's not 5th. He's 3rd in passing touchdowns. Remember when you were clowning that and he was at like 11? He already had 3 already in 4 games. And one of only 4 quarterbacks to have more than 10 passing touchdowns to start the season. I told you yesterday how Dak Prescott, since 2020, has the most points per game of any quarterback. All of them. Aaron Rodgers, MVP included. Oh, my God. Now, I also heard something else you said. I kept this receipt. You said, oh, I've never seen the Cowboys and Dak Prescott have a 4-game stretch as great as they've just had. Really? 26?
3-game stretch, I would say.
Oh, 3? Okay, 3-game stretch, even now. Because the 4th game, they gave away. They could have had that one as well. I digress. I remember a team going 13-3. So by the simple math of that, they probably had a 3-game stretch in there. They were balling out. And then I see a 3-game stretch where I see 79 completion percentage, 72, 75. I see 2 touchdowns. I see 1 touchdown. I see 3 touchdowns. I see 117 quarterback rating. I see followed up with another 117. I see the 140. I say, but I ain't seen. I see a 141 or 121 or 127 3 games in a row. Acho, look at here. Look at here. We ain't gonna do this to Dak. I don't know why we even attempted to do this to Dak. We got on suits, dog. We shouldn't move goalposts. Right now, go put on some sweats, tank top. Let's flex the muscles like you did last night. What were you wearing? We are going to a game. You were fresh. A little too fresh. Like, it's like you see that lady and your guy be like, yo, this is my homegirl. And I'm like, oh, what's up? She got on white pants, heels. I'm like, okay. Y'all got a month. I looked at you like you got 2 games in you, and you ain't got a whole season worth of games in you dressed like that. My point is this. I'm not going to give Dak the flowers yet. I'll be disrespectful to Kyler Murray. But I know where Kyler Murray is headed. I know what neighborhood he has to go through to get home. And I see Dak Prescott's neighborhood. Oh, he going to win this MVP.
Here's what I have to say, Sel.
Let's go.
If the question moves, the goalpost has to move.
Oh!
Again, I love this show because
back.
I'm not ever trying to be hot takey. But these takes gonna get hot in about 10 minutes. And I know you're not trying to be hot takey.
Never.
Last week was a conversation amongst where does Dak Prescott fall?
Let's go.
Dak Prescott statistically last week was not in the top 10. I pointed that out. Now statistically, Dak Prescott is in the top 5. I am pointing that out. If the question was, hey, can Dak Prescott be an all-pro? I'd say, of course, unequivocally.
Yeah.
If the question was, hey, can Dak Prescott be a Pro Bowler? I'd say beyond the shadow of a doubt. But the question is, can Dak Prescott win MVP? Conversation of being all-pro is being top 4 at the position. Conversation of being a Pro Bowl is being top 6 at the position. Conversation of being an MVP is being number 1 at the position. So now I'm no longer assessing Dak Prescott as being top 10.
Oh,
that's not our conversation.
God, Becky.
I'm not assessing Dak Prescott at being top 5.
I got to get this.
That's not our conversation.
You're in trouble.
I'm assessing Dak Prescott as being the best. That is our conversation.
Okay.
The conversation has moved. The goalpost has moved.
Yes.
If Dak Prescott is going to win the MVP, he needs to be the best or second best quarterback.
Oh, wait a minute. No. You just said best. Let's stick to your script.
Okay.
I am a good actor. I can play your part.
But if he's going
Write
to
the
win the
script.
MVP, then he needs to be the best. We know for
He
certain
needs to have the
he's
best?
not currently being.
Okay. Last year, did Aaron Rodgers have the best record at the quarterback position? No, he did not. You know who that was? Patrick Mahomes.
I'm talking about records, sir.
Oh, of course, you ain't going to talk about nothing I'm going to talk about because everything I'm going to talk about is going to disprove your point. Was Aaron Rodgers number 1 in yards? Nope.
No, sir.
That
Sean
was
Watson, sir.
Okay. Was Aaron Rodgers the guy who threw the fewest interceptions? let's keep going. Yards per attempt. Nope.
These are relevant statistics, sir.
Rating.
Yes, he was, sir.
He got that one. Oh, but you just told me rating doesn't matter. So I would throw that in there, but you just told me. Passing touchdowns, right. So Dak Prescott right now, where's Dak Prescott? Only 4 quarterbacks. So that means a can. Can you? Because you're one of only 4. So we've already eliminated 28 guys, right? So can you? If you're one of the 4, can he? Yes.
I like where you're at.
You better like where I'm at, because where I'm at is where it's at. Hell, here's the thing. I also got to disprove something else you said.
Please.
You said he got to feed Zeke.
Yes, Zeke, that can't be disproved.
Hold on. Yes, it can. Because Zeke's not even the best at his position on his team, let alone Zeke got to worry about not giving his food to Pollard.
Yes, sir.
Before he got to worry about is they're going to give it to Dak. Is Dak going to give it to him? You know why? Because they paid Dak. This team is run through Dak. Now, Zeke, you had your 4 years where we were like, yo, it's about you. And then we gave you your money, and yo, it was about you. Now we gave Dak his money. Don't you dare.
Go ahead.
I got one more for you,
I'm
big
waiting
dog.
on a good one.
Oh, you just told me you like where I'm at. Now you're waiting on the good one. See, I keep receipts, man. I talk a lot, but I listen more. Don't you ever forget that, Acho. Kyler Murray. You talk about peak performances. What is it? Maximum difficulty?
Yes, sir. Maximum ability.
Maximum ability.
Yes, sir.
And then you brought up a high jump example.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then you said if you get over the bar, that's amazing, right? How many attempts did they give you to get over that bar?
3.
You know why they give you multiple attempts? Because the chances of you getting over that bar are not as high as you may think, even though you may be in peak performance and peak conditioning. Kyler Murray, he's going to get over the bar. And then he's going to hit the bar. And then he's going to hit the bar. And then he's going to get over the bar. Then he's going to hit the bar, hit the bar. And you know what that's going to add up to? This new system, this new season, 12-5. Amazing. Is that going to be better than a 14-3? And a guy playing at the same level with the same statistics as you? You know how that's going to look, Acho. Like you at that game last night. A little too much.